My question for you today is this. Do you want to know what truly changes and transforms a person? Hi, my name is Sean Anthony Up, and this is Hope and Humor, planting that little seed of hope in your heart by looking at the lighter things in life, and I call it God's humor. You know, right now, this is my first stop over going to Jensen, and I'm going to give a retreat to senior high school students. And sa first stop ko, napakaganda. I look around and I'm amazed. You know, in your journey, by the way, this is just a side note, in your journey, have that stops that will amaze you. Don't just take pictures, but allow the moment to sink in your heart at this very moment. And right now, as I'm looking at this beautiful view here, this is going to Jensan, road to Jensan. It's my first stop over. Stop and breathe and feel the moment. Now let me answer that question. What truly changes and transforms a person? You know, my reflection is this. Hindi tayo masyadong mababago ng ating knowledge of God. Although that helps us, you know, reading the Bible, praying, the rosary, and novena, all of those are beautiful and wonderful things to do. But in my experience, it won't change me, it won't change you. Your knowledge about God will not change you. So what does change a person? What does transform a person? You know, it's not the knowledge, it's the encounter. What changes a person is when you encounter God in your life. And let me give you a couple of examples. You know, Moses exposed himself to God. He encountered God in the burning bush. And as he stepped from that presence of God, you know, he was changed. The woman in the well encountered Jesus. And she was an unbeliever, but yet she encountered Jesus, and you know, she changed. Saint Paul, dating Saul, he was riding a horse. Lightning strike, fell off his horse, encountered Jesus, and heard his voice, "Why do you persecute me?" And nonetheless, ito pa, Peter was a fisherman. And then Jesus was preaching, and then Jesus stepped on his boat, and that made all the difference. It's the encounter. He encountered Jesus that no one has ever encountered him. So in your life, I want you to seek, to find, to discover, when have you encountered God in your life? Maybe He rescued you. You know, my personal story is that one of my healing started when, you know, I encountered God, not in a very mysterious way. Encountered God in a book. You know, my healing started there. As I was reading that book, it was as if I was reading my own story. You know, this kid was molested when he was 8, and this kid was molested when he was 13. And looking at my life, sabi ko, eto ako, I was also molested when I was in a teenager. And it was my life, it is my life. And it dawned on me, sabi ko, akala ko ako lang mag-isa. I was experiencing this thing alone. And then a loud voice, you know, keeps on reverberating in my mind that, "Sean, you're never alone. You know, someone needs to hear this message." And that encounter changed me. Because of that encounter, I keep on serving, I keep on giving, I keep on loving, even if it hurts, in ministry, in my family, and where God has put me and placed me into. And right now, I pray that you also encounter God in a very deep and personal way. So, as I pray for you in my journey, in your journey in life as well, I pray that you will encounter God in a very powerful way. If you know of a person who needs this message very, very much, feel free to tag him along and share this to as many people as you can. And I appreciate more if you comment at the section below. I read them and I pray for them. So see you next time, and I pray that this video blesses you, inspires you, and moves into action. So this is Sean Anthony Up in Hope and Humor. See you next time, and be tremendously blessed.